What you doing, Bean? Oh, what you doing, baby girl? Come here. Oh. Come here, Bean. What's got you all hyped up? Don't attack my leg. Weird kitty. Where's your sister? Whatever. You just gonna stay on the floor? Cool. Yeah, Boba. Beep. Hi. What are you staring at the door for? Do you hear the dogs? Fuck. Come here. No? Okay. Hi. Bean, what are you staring at? There's nothing to stare at. Oh, you're staring at Boba. Little burnt loaf. Oh, now you come over here. Is she getting attention and you're not? Or do you just want to attack your mother? Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Yeah, no. We're not doing that. You leave her alone. Story time, yes, story time. How's everyone's night been? How are you today? I'm pretty good. I'm doing a lot better. So there's that. And I have this one that won't leave me alone today. Right now, she just wants her mother right now, which is literally right here. Girl. That's good. Oh. Yeah, she's still a kitten. I don't know where her sister is at the moment, though. Dude, stop it. And Boba's like right here. She's been in here all day. God, I'm popping today. I can hear the dogs. I'll wait for a couple more people to pop How's everyone's week been going? I'm still sick, but I'm doing a lot better. I'm hoping I can talk a lot without coughing again like I did yesterday. But I don't know. As I cough. You're new. Well, welcome in. My god, sorry. My voice is not voicing right now. I need some water. Damn, that is cold. Yeah. Sorry, I just coughed before I responded. Yeah, we don't have cough drops though. I would use the throat comfort, but it just, if I use it, I'll be up all night. I don't know what the fuck is in it. Hi. Oh, now you finally go to sleep and lay down. Toe beans. I love little cat paws. They're so cute. Alright, I won't touch your toe beans. Okay. She's upset now. Oh, thank you. I need to re-dye it because it's faded to like this. It's not as hot pink as it was before. Hi. Fuck. Hi, welcome in. I would open the door, but the dogs would come in here and scare the cats. Go to bed. It's not even that late. How's it going? It's going good. I mean, I'm not tired today, despite me looking tired. What are you staring at now? What are you cats staring at? What? Did he wake you up? Oh, well, baby. Someone woke her up. The fuck? That's an odd comment. I think we can get started now. Sweet baby. I have 2 babies. I hate trolling. Especially like hate trolling. It's so annoying. Anyway. Oh, before we get started, I actually want to hear some of you guys' theories and thoughts on the last chapter. Especially on Riker. Because I have a theory on him. Do I have a dog? Yes, but she lives with my dad because she wouldn't get along with my sister's dogs. What are you staring at, Bean? Oh, she's staring at my hair. Oh, you're new here? This is a series I do, try to do every day, called Fairy Ring. We are in chapter 15, and there's 40 chapters in this thing. I absolutely love it. One of my top favorite books. If you're a fantasy lover, if you're a fantasy lover, you're gonna fucking love it. It is hard to read sometimes, especially when it gets dark, or just some words that I've never seen before pop up. That's okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna touch your paws. You're fine. This one does not like to be picked up. But this one does. Yeah. Her's just tired. Oh. Whoops, this is chapter 16. Wait. Oh shit. I titled this chapter 15. Oh no. Yes, I love furries. I am a huge, huge fantasy girl. My entire channel is literally just me cosplaying my characters and telling my stories. And sometimes other people's stories. I have a couple new fairies that I want to cosplay. Anyway, fuck. That night, Tiki woke up to what sounded like a cat fight out in the alley, hissing, yelling, and scratching. Split the night. I know what that sounds like. She rolled over, closing her eyes again. Strange noises in the alley were common around the full moon. She'd learned to sleep through them. Fun fact, I've actually noticed things go fucking insane when it's a full moon. Especially at hospitals. It's weird. It was the shout of either rage or pain that made her bolt upright from her pile of blankets. She was wide awake now, her nerves tingling as she listened for other sounds. What was that? Fiona whispered through the darkness. Fuck. I don't know, Tiki replied in a quiet voice. She got to her feet and tiptoed toward the back entrance. Silently, Seamus fell a step behind her. Did you hear it? She whispered over her shoulder. Yes, sounded like somebody got hurt, Seamus said. Hi, welcome in. The cats are not being nice to each other right now. Well, one of them. One of them is not. One of them is just a grumpy old lady. But this one is a sweet old lady. Yeah, aren't you? Stabbed? She hadn't thought of that. Goosebumps popped up on her arms as she carefully opened the back door. They wound their way through the short tunnel to the entrance that opened out to the alley. Let me go first. Seamus put his hand on the door above Tiki's head before she could open it. Suit yourself, Tiki shrugged, taking a step back so Seamus could move in front of her. God. Seamus I cannot talk. Hang on, who's texting me? Oh my god. People only text me when I'm busy. I swear to God. Seamus pulled the door open just enough to put his eye up to the crack and survey the area outside. There's somebody backed up against the wall, he whispered. He's got a knife. Who is it? It might be Riker. Riker! Tiki's voice came out louder than she intended, and Seamus turned back to glare at her. Quiet, do you want him to hear you? He put his eye back to the crack. God's love, I think he did hear you. Who is texting me now? Oh my god. I can just see it from the corner of my eye. It's annoying. He's looking this way. Her heart crashed in her chest. Her heart crashed in her chest in an unsteady rhythm, making her breath catch in her throat. Who was out there? Tiki balanced on her tiptoes to see around Seamus's shoulders. She squinted through the dim... What the fuck is going on now? Bruh. Where was I? She squinted through the dim shadows. With a start, she realized there were other figures, really more like shadows, in the alleyway. There are 3 others. Can you see them? Tiki whispered. Where? Right there, Tiki pointed. One of the shadows moved for a second. Tiki thought the person was looking at her. She gasped as she was able to discern the features and clutched at Seamus's arm. Oh, fuck, he's back. It was Marcus, and he was looking their way. His mouth curved in an evil grin as he... Oh my god. His mouth curved in an evil grin as he took a step toward her. Suddenly, the person against the wall moved, and Tiki recognized Riker's tall form. Again, I think Riker is somehow involved with the fairies. He raised his arm, and in a blink, everything happened at once. One of the shadows lunged at Riker. Another moved toward them so fast he was just a blur. Seamus sprung through the door with a knife drawn, but somehow Riker got there first. With an animal-like growl, he sank his fist deep into the dark shadow's stomach. Tiki heard, "There's a corgi at my door." Tiki heard a strange kneeing sound like the wind high up in the trees. In St. James Park. Then, as she watched, the shadows folded and disappeared. Tiki's mouth dropped open in horror. Who were these people? What were they? She looked at Riker for his reaction, but he and Seamus had moved to face the others still hovering in the alleyway. The moon emerged from behind the cloud, and a shaft of light pierced the dimness. At the far end of the alley, watching from a distance, Tiki recognized another shadow. Staggered, she reached for the brick wall to brace herself. The girl from King's Cross, from the hospital, Clara's hospital. What was she doing here? Yeah, it's a very interesting book. There are some words that I have to skip sometimes. Sometimes I change the word because I don't know how to pronounce it. Or I just don't say it at all if it's a last name because I don't want to butcher it. I can't talk today. Oh my god. Okay. Tiki wanted to cry at the thought that she knew where they lived. Was there any place where they were safe? Fuck. As if sensing they had lost the advantage, Marcus and the other shadows shimmered and were swallowed up by the night. Tiki tried to track their direction. They'd run. I keep skipping lines. But they were gone, as if they'd simply disappeared on the wind. She glanced back toward the end of the alley where she'd seen the girl, but the spot was now vacant. Riker. Tiki hurried through the door. Still in a defensive crouch, Riker glanced at her over his shoulder. Fuck. Go back inside, Tiki, he said. It's not safe out here. He's wounded, Tiki. Help me get him inside. Shader stepped up to slide his arm under one of Riker's. Wounded? Tiki ran forward to see for herself. 3 long claw marks had ripped a bloody path down the front of his left thigh, and blood had soaked through the leg of his trousers. Aghast, she looked at his face and saw another cut running along his chiseled jaw. I will be right back. I'm back. No, I do not watch that. I have never watched that, and I never plan to watch that. Sorry, my voice still can't handle talking this much. I'll get there eventually. Yeah, it's Storytime Saturday. What story do you guys want to see tomorrow? Because there's The Wolf Girl Volume 4. There's Still Horizons. There's Sailing Woman that I've updated recently. Oh god, there's a lot of stories. There's Forest Maiden, which I have left off on like chapter 1. And then there's Awaken, which I have been waiting to share with you all forever. Oh, cute little fluff butt. Yeah. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I have 2 cute little sleeping kitties. Wolf Girl. A lot of you guys like to... I said that backwards. A lot of you guys seem to like the Wolf Girl recently. Excuse you. You cannot has. No. You cannot has that. This is Boba. You going to see your child? Yeah. Or are you just going to the other end of the bed? Hey! She has done nothing to you. Do not smack her. You can go back over there. Go. Exactly. The mama got in trouble. Yes it is. But there's a little twist about it. Where I posted it, a lot of that were upset because I do trick the viewer into thinking one of the characters. Is this gonna spoil it? I'm not gonna say this because I don't know if it's gonna spoil it, but I'm just gonna say I trick the viewer in the way I write it. Something is not as it seems in that series. Anyway. Where was I? Who are they? She whispered. What are you doing here? Just trying to protect you, Teak. He grinned, his teeth gleaming in the darkness. Tiki wondered if he enjoyed the danger. Stop talking and get him inside. Seamus slung Riker's arm over his shoulder to bear the weight of his wounded side. Scrambling around him, Tiki grabbed his other arm. A sticky warmth squished between her fingers that felt suspiciously like blood. As they came through the tunnels, Tiki came to see Toots and Fiona watching wide-eyed. By the door, they had lit several candles, and the room held a soft, welcoming glow. What are you doing? Hi. Cute cat. Yeah, she is a cutie. She's a cuddle bug. But she hates being picked up because she was Okay, unlatched, thank you. Ow. She's in a mood because I didn't let her attack the child. But she hates being picked up because she was a stray. But she loves cuddles when she's not angry. Ow. Jesus. She's also been in a mood towards the cat right here and the other black cat out there. Yeah. Sometimes cats are just like, love me, and then you pet them and they're just, fuck you. That fucking hurt. I can like feel the scratch, but I can't see it, which annoys me. Anyway, back to the story. Did they capture someone? Toots asked. The young boy was barely able to conceal his excitement. Who's with you? It's Riker, Seamus said in a calm voice. Again, it's weird doing stutters in live videos, but... Riker? Toots' mouth formed an O of amazement. Fiona scrambled away like a little field mouse and burrowed into some blankets in a far corner, her gaze, transfixed on their visitor. Ow. Sorry, I'm just dying. Are you done being mad at me? Yeah. Hang on, I need water. Can I boop? Boop. Put him over there. Tiki pointed to one of the rickety chairs. I'm fine, Riker said, but he seemed grateful to sit. His eyes circled the long room, taking in the blankets on the floor, the stove in the corner, and the upturned crate and piece of wood that served as their table. Without commenting, He glanced down at his leg and scowled. "They'll pay for that, I promise you." My throat's starting to itch again. That's not good. Means I'm gonna cough. "Who are they?" Tiki asked. She wasn't even sure where to where to begin with all the questions rolling around her head. Instead, she focused on his injury. Should she try to clean the wound on his leg? But he would have to remove his trousers. "Is your arm cut?" "Fuck. Is your arm cut, or is that blood from the first wound?" she asked. "My arm?" Riker looked down in surprise at the blood dripping from his sleeve. Fiona had let out a My God. Sorry. Fiona let out a squeak from the corner at the side of the blood. Tiki ran to grab a cloth to snatch the flow as Seamus helped Riker peel his coat off. Fuck. The makeshift bandage that Tiki wrapped around Riker's arm earlier had been torn away during the fight, causing the wound to bleed freely again. What? Why? This is annoying. Fucking hell. She grasped his wrist and pulled his arm forward to get a better view of the injury. Her fingers tingled with an unusual warmth when they brushed his skin. Surprised, she glanced at his face to see if he'd felt the same thing, expecting his usual aloof expression. She saw that instead his smoky eyes were locked on her face, and the walls that he usually hid behind were gone. There was something that looked almost like longing in his expression. Is this a fantasy? Is this an enemies to lovers thing? Because it's starting to cut off that way. Hang on, I do have tea just in case this happens. My God. Oh, okay, that hurt. That hurt, but hopefully that helps. My God. I hope you're not getting sick. Actually, I am sick. I'm getting better. I was so sick that I couldn't talk. So. Ow. I need to go get some more tea. What do you mean you were protecting Tiki? Seamus, maybe that didn't help. Seamus asked in a low voice. Thankful for Seamus's interruption, Tiki tightened her grip on Riker's wrist and dropped her eyes. She focused instead on pressing a corner of the cloth against the cut to snatch the flow of blood. Fuck. Seamus pulled up a chunk of wood they'd used as a stool and sat down across from Riker. I didn't know you two knew each other that well. I might have to get more tea. Am I gonna get more tea? I'm not gonna get more tea. Tiki ducked her head to hide the guilty expression she was sure was on her face. Had Tits and Fiona wondered why she had Toots and Fiona wondered why she'd been talking to Riker so much the past few weeks. Okay. Give me a second. I'm back. Glad you're getting better. I should not have inhaled that much. Same. Except now my siblings are sick. I don't know what this is, but it's going around. And it's annoying because it just won't fucking leave. Ow. Worst part about it is it moves from your throat to your chest. So when you drink something, your chest screams at you. Fucking annoying. A surprised frown etched across Riker's brow, and his eyes shifted over to Tiki. You haven't told them? Seamus's eyes went from one to the other and back again. Maybe you'd like to tell us now. My God, I still cannot talk this much. I am so sorry I keep coughing. It might just be the angle that I'm sitting at, because I've noticed when I do my audiobook videos, I'm usually sitting like this and I don't have a single cough throughout the entire video, so it's weird. So we're changing angles real quick. Hopefully that helps. Aside from giving me a headache. Tiki wouldn't hide nothing from us, Toots said. Then he turned to her and whispered in a loud voice, Tiki, are you hiding something? Little kids tell the loudest secrets. Oh my God. Don't mind me, I'm just dying. Oh, I'm sorry, Boba. I didn't mean to set that on your paw. Anyway. Where was I? Tiki? Fuck. Tiki glared at Riker, but he returned her look with a steady gaze, an eyebrow slightly crooked, almost as though daring her. Riker Reminds me a lot of 4. He really does. God, I'm dying today. This angle made it worse. God damn it. Going back. Sorry, I keep moving. Oh, I went to the wrong page. She wouldn't be the first to flinch. The seconds ticked by. Do you want me to tell them? Riker finally asked. It's your choice, Deke. But you have to understand that tonight was more than a warning. The Fae are looking for something, and they think you or I know where it is. My God. To get me, they'll attack you to get to you. To get to me, they'll attack you to get to you. Oh. Jesus Christ. This is why I wish the sickness would just leave. Sorry, I keep coughing. It's probably annoying. His words died off as he looked to Seamus. As he looked from Seamus to Toots to Fiona, and then dropped down to his bloody leg. His eyes returned to Tiki. I think you get my meaning. A chill filled Tiki. That was Marcus, she said hesitantly. Yes, Raker nodded, a grim look on his face. What are the Fae? Fuck. Seamus frowned, looking from Tiki to Riker. Do you know the girl? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think we're almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. Which is good, because I don't want to keep annoying you all with my cough. Tiki's gaze was fixed on Riker. God damn it. God fucking damn it. The blonde one? Her name is Larkin. Riker replied. Though I didn't see her tonight. A shadow crossed his face. She's worse than Marcus. Much worse. I don't understand how the fuck he knows their names. That's why I think he's involved with them somehow. Blast it, Seamus said heatedly. Who are you two talking about? If Riker was surprised at Seamus's outburst, he didn't show it. The Fae are ancient creatures of old of old that occupied this world before humans. He said. His tone was as casual as though he were talking about the weather. They're still here, of course. We share the same air with them. But we can't see them unless they choose to let us. We're slowly taking their world from them. And they want it back. Ancient creatures? Seamus asked, his frown deepening. Most mortals know them by the name of fairy. Riker said. That hurt. Fairies, Tets repeated in a breathless shriek. Like the fairy queen in Tamlin, Fiona whispered. Oh, stop it, Riker, Tiki interrupted. You're going to scare everyone for no reason. There is a reason, Tiki, and you know what it is. Now he sounded angry. I'll protect you as long as I can, but everyone's at risk. I saw the girl tonight, Tiki said in a low voice. She was at the end of the alley. What girl are you talking about? Seamus interrupted. Again, I didn't see a girl. Fuck. Sorry, again. Tiki jerked her head in his direction. It was unlike Seamus to interrupt. You didn't see her either? It was the same girl. Fuck. It was the same girl I pointed out to you in the waiting room when we took Laura to the hospital. A thrill of fear went through her, causing her voice to waver. I've seen her other places too. What do you mean you saw her at the hospital? Riker asked abruptly. What other places? I think she's following me, Tiki admitted softly. She's dangerous, Tiki. Riker's words were low and urgent. You've got to stay away from her. Don't talk to her. Don't even look at her. Oh my god. Fuck. Sorry. But what does she want? Why do you need to protect Tiki? Seamus raised his voice above theirs, his irritation obvious. Just what in the bloody hell is going on? Riker's gaze was heavy on Tiki, and she fought not to squirm under the accusation in his eyes. The Fae are after something I think Tiki has. Oh my god. Riker replied. He didn't take his eyes from her face, as though by staring at her, he could force her to confess. Give me a second, I'm gonna try and get more tea. I am back, and I have tea. Warm tea, too, so hopefully it helps. I'm sorry for all the coughing and interruptions. As my throat gets scratchy again. Hang on. Did you do those drawings on your wall? Yes, I did. Half of them are my characters. Others are just how I was feeling in the moment. I have one drawing of a movie scene from a movie that's not horror but is categorized as horror. Really good movie. But anyway, one of my favorite ones is this one right here. This is my oldest character. He is in her story. I had one right here. That one got knocked down, and it's currently over there. Anyway. Riker's gaze was heavy on Tiki, and she fought not to squirm under the accusation. Oh, I already read that. Tiki dropped the cloth on Riker's arm and sat back with her arms crossed over her chest. And what do you think Tiki has? Seamus's eyes narrowed. Tiki and Riker answered at the same time. The Queen's ring. There's a moment of total silence. Riker thinks the Queen's ring holds a truce between fairies and the royals. If you know, you know. The little foreshadowing in chapter 1. Fuck. Ooh, that hurt. Sorry for all the coughing. Seamus's eyes drifted for a moment, then came back to Riker. A truce? Riker nodded. If the truce is broken, then fairies will overcome London. Already there's been bodies being pulled from the Thames that have strange marks on them. Savage wounds that are out of the ordinary, and the weather has been unpredictable. Floods, storms. I heard there was an earthquake up around Liverpool yesterday. Toots inched closer, his eyes shining with excitement and a hint of fear. Fairies? Tea break. Fuck. It's supposed to help stop my cough, not make it worse. Jesus. I don't know what it is, but I do fine in my audiobook videos. I don't know what it is about this one specifically that makes me cough. Anyway. From the corner, Fiona held a corner of a blanket up to her chin, ready to cover her eyes if need be. Why are you playing with the door? Weird cat. Toots inched closer, his eyes shining with excitement and a hint of... Oh, I already read that. Oh my god. And they've done that? Seamus nodded at Riker's leg. To you because they want the ring? Riker nodded again. It actually is helping, that's good. Tiki looked from face to face, then finally settled on Riker's. She had to admit that Fiona was right. Riker was handsome. The wild waves of dark hair that framed his face created shadows under the angles of his cheekbones. Fuck. His straight nose somehow gave him an artistic appearance, and his firm jaw was shadowed with a hint of dark whiskers, making him look dangerous somehow. But it was his smoky eyes, framed by those long black lashes, that Tiki found the most captivating. What secrets did those eyes hold? I've got some theories. Oh my god. Anyway. Can't we just tell the fairies we don't have it anymore? She finally said. Where is it? Riker wasn't smiling, but he didn't look as angry. I put it back. Tiki braced herself somehow, knowing her answer would make him mad. You put the ring back? He insinuated every word as though he couldn't believe what he'd heard. Put it back where? I put it back in the palace. Tiki raised her chin and braced herself. When? 3 nights ago, at the masked ball. Riker's face twisted into a strange expression. What's wrong? Tiki asked. You were at the masked ball, Riker asked. Yes. Tiki's lips were pressed together. Riker chuckled as he stared at the ceiling for a moment. Then his eyes raked Tiki up and down. Excuse my ignorance, but what do you own that could possibly be suitable to wear to a queen's masked ball? Oh my god. I bought a dress. Her voice could have turned water into ice. And she looked like a bloody princess. She did. Tits added in a rush. All gold and shimmery, with her long dark hair done up fancy-like. He smiled at Tiki with dreamy eyes. You are beautiful, Tiki. Riker nodded a disbelieving smile, playing about his lips. Did you talk to anyone there? As a matter of fact, I did. I talked to a young man named William Richenpold, and I danced with Leo. Oh my god, fucking throat, dude. Okay. William Richenpold, Riker repeated. And you danced with Leo. He paused. Prince Leopold? Oh, I've been saying his last name wrong. It's William Richmond. Of course. Tiki knew she sounded snobbish and full of herself, but Riker deserved it. Riker nodded for a long time, his eyes far away. Hi, Sofa. Sorry, one of the cats just walked in. So you can't just tell the fairies. So can't you just tell the fairies that the ring is back where it belongs and they've missed their chance? Tiki asked. I have the hiccups now. That's not good. You really put it back? Well, not in the same spot. Tiki's lips curved into a smile despite her attempt to stay irritated at Riker. That's the best part of the plan. The ring's back in the palace, but it's in a place where it will never be found unless I tell them where it is. The white of her teeth flash in the candlelight. Oh my god. I am so sorry. We're almost done. Of course, I intend to collect the reward before I do that. Pleased with herself, Tiki sat back. There's no way they can accuse me of stealing it, because the ring's already back in the palace, so nothing has really been stolen at all. As far as she could see, it was a foolproof plan. She just needed She just needed the royals to return to Balmore. She leaned forward to press the cloth against Riker's arm where the blood was starting to drip again. We're gonna be rich. Tits's voice was loud with excitement. Tits, quiet. Remember, it's still the middle of the night. Seamus reached out a hand to calm the younger boy. So, do you feel better now, Riker? Tiki asked. I don't have the ring. Now we just have to let the Fae know that the truce is intact, and they have to continue to live by the agreement. Riker leaned back and ran his hands through his hair. No, it just means that we have to steal the ring again. I feel like there's gonna be a betrayal soon. Oh my god. That is the end of chapter 16. We got through it. We got there. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully my throat is a lot better. I will have tea so I don't cough as much. Ugh. But until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, my beautiful raindrops. Stay spooky, stay weird, stay dreamy.